Good morning and welcome to Daily Guidance with me, Wingish Nibe Mashekikwe, or Wingish Nibish Mushkikikwe. All that means is sweetgrass water, medicine woman. That's right. Chrissy Carr, superstar, and Christianna Carr. All this beautiful divine being right here, and welcome to you beautiful divine beings right here too. How's it going for today, Monday? Excuse me for not being here for a few days. Been taking care of things and helping out as much as I can. Excuse me, I know I'm kind of dark there. The sun coming in. It's sure shining the light on my baby. My little me right there. So that's bright. I'm out here in the darkness. I wonder if I turn this light on, if that would help. Not much at all, eh? Well, that's okay. See... Oh, you see my little baby. That's my little. I need to take care of these littles in here. I was just telling my kids, don't be so fast to be an adult. Because we're a bunch of adults. A bunch of kids in adult bodies we are. A lot of us had to grow up too fast. That's what we thought, but we can't. You can't rush that biology, right? Everything happens at its own age and own stage, right? How's that? It's hot in here. Goodness gracious. That's a little bit brighter. You see me a little bit brighter? That's all right. We'll get to the cards. Hey, have a little smudge. Since we haven't been on for a while, maybe we should do a little smudge. Huh? I didn't do a smudge on the Mondays. I tried a new little feature. It says you can record. It's uploading now. It says you can a dual camera, right? So recorded the front and back. So I have this little heart shape in there with my little baby. My little baby me in there. So, but then it only limits my recording to 10 minutes. So that could actually be good for a daily vibe. Maybe. We'll see how I can work that around. I don't know. Like, I'm not into all this tech stuff and then the editing all the videos. As you can see, right? I just put it out there just as it is. There's no editing involved or anything. It's just record, stop, upload, right? That's it. So... I tried that little fancy thing with the different recording mode. Maybe we'll try. Maybe I'll get into that. Maybe. So many ideas running through. Who knows? I don't know how I'll manage, but we'll just make the most of it. Mondays. Daily guidance for today. Let's get on with it then. Let's get the show on the road. Huh? Okay. So, I'll put this over here. Last year I wasn't even all set up. I haven't even been doing my own readings because, like I'd said on the other video there, remember when I started this is something I used to do for myself daily, was do my daily guidance and I'd pick my cards. And then I decided to do that here with you and share that with you. So I didn't do my own personal one anymore, or my personal one with you and sharing that with you. And I like that because I like to share, right? Feels odd just to have something just for myself. Because you know what, right? I believe that we're all one, so it's all for everybody else anyway, right? Is it? I don't know. See, that's a ramble. Hope it makes sense. I don't know. I ramble to you lots, right? So if you get something from it, yes, right? Even if it's just entertainment. A laugh, or maybe take you away for a little bit, right? So you don't have to focus on the issues that are pressing on you right now. Even just that, just a little comic relief even, maybe, right? Just so silly. Even if you're laughing at me, that's fine. I've been laughed at enough. It's okay. I can laugh at myself too. So been raised like that. That's probably what the body issues are when you get in that physical comedy like Carol Burnett and John Ritter. A couple of my favorite physical comedians, and that's not to mention, right? It kind of goes without saying, it's Robin Williams. I thought my biological father kind of looked like him, so in my own little fantasy, Robin Williams was my biological father. My own little fantasy. Why not, right? If it makes you feel better, whatever floats your boat, right? No, I didn't go around telling everybody that. That was just for my own little thing, because of course, right? I knew that wasn't true. That was my own little fantasy. I did, however, convince some cousins when I was younger that Chuck Norris was my... Okay, maybe I didn't convince them. Maybe I just thought that I did. And they were just so young, so, right? They were just really little. told them that Chuck Norris was my biological father. Yeah, that's funny. That was funny. But yeah, for myself, I'm like, because I guess in a way I kind of saw Ken, that's my biological father's name, when he was a Joker, and if he was healthy, he might have been, you know, a character like Robin Williams, you know. He probably could have done some great things like that. So, send him love and light. We haven't heard from him since my nanny died. I was surprised he wasn't there for that. Our spirit, look at that as I'm turning it around. Thank you, spirit. I was feeling a bit heavy for a second there. And the sadness. And that's okay. Tears of joy. It's like bittersweet, right? The moments that we had. Connected with another beautiful woman there yesterday, able to help her move. That was awesome. Well, we can do a slow and steady because I couldn't do it all. But, you know, helped enough. And it's really hard because my thing is I just want to do it, lift it. It's hard with the muscles now, right? So, find those that understand. Let's call in the directions, and I guess I'm going to be hopping on to the SOS Tech. Because I miss my SOS Tech peeps there. I'm sorry, it's been like a week since I've been on there, even longer than I've been on the YouTube here, so I've got to pop in and say hello today. Yeah, it's been difficult with the kids home. So anyway, let's just get on with it. Let's do a smudge. That will help, right? Right? Don't you think? I think so. Look at Spirit went there again. I've shuffled and it's there again. Spirit is with us strong. Because there's major shifts going through for us all. You feel that? Mercury in retrograde. It's a reflective time. Time's gone. Look at what's been cleared out so that we could let all that new beautiful stuff in. Whoa, that's deep. So if you're feeling that out there, it's okay. We're all going through shifts, okay? You're not alone. We're in this together, okay? Okay. We'll get that smudge going, okay? And we'll just release. I feel that. I feel that. It's okay. Take deep breaths, dolphin breaths. Right, really death and rebirth. Just let it relax, let it release. See, this one's got the little bit of seeds. So we're releasing all that stuff from when we were younger and growing, making room for all that new stuff. So these seeds are going to be representative of that too. As we use these seeds for our sage, it's not just a leaf, for our smudge. Whoa. Yeah, lots. It's okay. It's all right. We all have stuff going through. You're not alone. I'm not alone. We are in this together, okay? And I might not be here for a couple days, but you can count that I will be back. You can count on me. Right? And I've got over 150 videos in there, so there's lots. Right? I'm sure not all of you have seen every one yet. So there's got to be one maybe you missed. Let's go back and look. There's always something there. So I'm always here for you every day, even if I don't have a recent live one. And have you hit the bell yet? If you hit subscribe and hit the bell, then it will let you know as soon as I've uploaded. Jeez, because I've noticed that. I go to watch it. Somebody's already watched it. So some of you, somebody's got the bell already hit. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Here you go. Super smudge. That's right. Release it. Better out than in, okay? Time to release. Make the most of it Mondays. Maybe it's just a hangover, huh? If you drink too much on the weekend, it's okay. I feel that, though. I feel you. I'm with you. Look at that super smudge. Clear that in. Take it to your heart. To your heart so you feel that love. Take it to your throat. You speak with words of beauty, words of love. To your mouth. So that it comes up from the heart through that throat. It's already cleansed, and before it comes out your mouth and passes your lips, it's cleansed. Speak of love and beauty. right? And to your physical eyes, because they see the beauty. They see the beauty around you. To your third eye, so you can see the beauty within you, because you are such a beautiful being. This world's such a more beautiful place with you in it. Okay. And to your ears, so you hear those beautiful words spoken to you. Physical ears and invisible ears. You hear spirit and people. There you are. Thank you. And all over. Awesome. Miigwech. Miigwech. How? Cleanse those cards, and then we'll get into that. Your spirit's there strong. I know it's been some tough transitions, some shocking transitions. There's been lots we take for granted, I think, sometimes. We think we got time. We put stuff off. I'll get to that. I'm going to be happy when. Make the most of it Mondays. Make the most of your life every day. Live your life to the fullest. There's no waiting, right? I mean, I didn't say it. It's like, don't save things for a special occasion. Use that good china now. Use it. Right? I mean, I do that myself. I got a smudge stick upstairs I got from a friend. I don't want to burn it. But that's what they're for. Right? So, do that. Stop saving things for a rainy day. Go out and live now. Live your joy. Live fully, wholly, completely you now. Starting this moment, this minute, right? This microsecond. Mondays. Make the most of it Mondays. Mend your heart now Mondays. Okay. Wow. Okay, that lifted a lot. I hope you feel better after that too. Look, and I can shut this phone off right here. Oh, except for just a second. I need to take this. Can we pause and then get back to you? Excuse me just a second. I'm back. Didn't even notice I was gone now, did you? Yep, that was Camp Panaka. Yes, my son's going to Camp Panaka. Like, what a major blessing, because only one boy from the Big Brothers Association from each area, I guess from each area or from this area, only one gets to go. And Seth was accepted into the Big Brothers Association, and then they're like, Camp Panaka people came, and yep, he goes for 2 weeks at the end of August, so that's awesome. So, is there anybody who wants to volunteer for the other kids for 2 weeks at the end of August? All right, I'm on the daily guidance video. Let's get on with that. And I've got to phone the doctor back, so remind me when I'm done here. I got to phone the doctors and get that date for his last inoculation, because he is up to date. But I just don't have the date, so that's what they were calling about. Yay! All right, let's get on. See? Slow and steady. Things are getting into order. Divine timing, not our timing. All right, let us go. 13 minutes in. See, I can't do that double thing here. 13 minutes in. I did have them down to 10 minutes, didn't I, at one time? Okay. Anyways, we're calling in all of our energies back from the east. That's the path of illumination and clarity, the place of man, the place of fire. And then the south, we're calling back all of our energies from the south. That's the innocence. That's the waters, the place of emotion. I'm calling back all of our energies from the west. That's the place of woman, the physical, the earth, place of introspection. And then we call back all of our energies from the north. That's our wisdom years. That's the mental, the element of air. And we walk our red road from childhood in the south up to the north, right? Where we transmute those poisons. And there's been lots of poisons given to us as children that we must, if we aren't given those tools as kids to be able to transmute those poisons, we must learn for ourselves how to transmute those poisons. And we're not in it alone. We're in it together, right? We can shed those skins and live in a new way. But from childhood to adult, from south to north is the red road. Childhood to adulthood, where we step into our own personal power and knowing that true power comes from within. It's not about power over. It's power, not power over, right? So, and then east to west is the blue road of spirit. That's the sun. There we go. Stinky skunk. I smelled one around my house here today. Character is more important than reputation, right? And as we get back to spirit, then we see that, what kind of, we see. Maybe we have a life review and we can see how everybody saw us in our life. Maybe. See what our reputation was. So what was your character, though? Character is more important. It's the truth of who you are, right? Reputation is how others see you. Character is who you are. You choose that. Maybe. One way to look at it. East to west. What do I know? East to west, the blue road of spirit. Right in the west also is the retreat space, right? So that's where we take that time. Maybe we have that reflection. But then we know for sure. Once we get there, once we make that transition to that blue side road, we know for sure. There's no guessing. Then we have that time of rest. And before we decide to come back to this earth walk, woof, right? All right, above, below, and within. There we are, fully, wholly, and complete. There, dolphin breath. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome. Whatever was going on, I felt you release that. So thank you. It's a lot lighter. So that's great. We're in this together. We all feel it. We can all feel each other, whether we're in tune to that or not, right? Subconscious. Collective subconscious. Maybe. Ooh, who knows, right? Interesting. Excuse. Itchy. Okay. So for today, overall energy to send us out this week. Not a whiny dog, no thank you. Please bear with me. Thank you. So, see, the truth as protection. We're aiming for the truth. Looking up high, setting our sights high. Right? Creator, source. Source of all, right? That void. It all comes from there. The earth. The earth comes from the source, whatever. That truth is protection. What is your truth? Know who you are. Because when you know your true self, those around you can't deceive you. You know, knowledge can be powering, can empower, right? The experience with that knowledge then turns that into that wisdom, right? That's the truth. Use that truth as protection. The messengers we hear from spirit all the time. Spirit is always constantly speaking to us in many different forms. Because everything out there is spirit. Of course, that's what I believe. That's up to you, what you believe. But there's always constant messages. That's the truth. God never stopped talking to us. Never. Some would like us to believe that we could only talk to God through certain people. But we do not need a middleman. We have a direct link to our Creator, to our source. No exceptions. Every single human being, direct link. Because we're being human. Right? We cannot separate from our source. If we separate it from our source, the body goes back to earth, spirit goes back to source. Whatever you believe for you. But there's messages for you all the time. That's the truth. Now, we can take everything. Sometimes a cup of coffee is just a cup of coffee. Right? We can take anything and make that into this big message. Or we look at those little subtleties too. Because source doesn't yell at us. It doesn't scream at us. It's that quiet, soft little voice inside you. So that's why we need to become still to hear that, to hear those messages, to get the truth in those messages, to hear them clearly, and not to taint them with our own ideas of what that might be, which we tend to do, being human. Oh, don't be hard on yourself if that's something you've done too, where we've misconstrued a message. We have misunderstandings. That happens. Right? But the truth, you don't have to remember much when you speak the truth. The truth is the truth. It never changes. If we're going to lie to ourselves or to others, right, that changes. And we've got a lot more to remember. Right? Stick to the truth. The truth is the truth. And the truth is, hey, we are all connected to our source. It doesn't matter what you call it. I don't think source really cares what you call it, as long as you know you came from it, right? Right? We'll see. Ouch. What's that for you, right? You're entitled to your own beliefs. You don't have to take on mine. Please don't take on mine. Have your own. We all have free will for a reason, right? God does not want us to follow blindly anyone or anything. That's why we were given those systems to check in, to find the truth. We have our truth tingles or truth signs in our bodies that will let us know. Our bodies are good indicators. So we must listen to them. And work with them. We're here, there. We got them for a purpose, right? Help us to get through this earth walk. So, Let's reflect on that. Yep, women's side, reflection. And the male side, the action to take. Today, after the time you reflected on it, you follow your intuition and when that time is for you. So then we have the female side over here. The retreat, right? Retreat was up there. Where was that? In our north? No, in our west side, right? Time to take that retreat and look within. Those deep dives, right? We're in a Mercury retrograde, right? It's looking back and seeing the message of your life and the truth of your life, right? What messages the Creator sent in? What lessons have we come through? Let's retreat and have a look at those and relax, right? And this full moon energy is a time for releasing too, letting go of the old and tapping into our joy, releasing all that is not joyful within us, finding that joy and that sadness too. To tell you, it's such a beautiful thing. It's my eagle sister. We went back to her place for that night, but in that joy, one of the saddest moments of her life. If not the saddest moment of her life, I'm sure. I don't know. But sitting there and looking at those photo albums and that joy, they had such a joyful life. So look at that. Even of us that have had the crappiest of crappiest childhoods, and I'm not one of those. Like I talk about traumas in my thing, but I'm one that I know I had a great time in my adolescence. There was a good, solid foundation that I'm so grateful for, that if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be who I am today, right? I could be that mess. I could be in that loony bin or whatever, right? It's, I had some strong influences and some good stability in there. So when we look back and reflect, retreat, find those joys in your childhood. Give that little baby that's inside you that more joy. Maybe there was stuff that child wanted to do that they weren't allowed to do. Well, you're an adult and you can do that now, right? Like I always wanted to take gymnastics. I signed myself up as an adult to an open gymnastics gym, right? It wasn't the training, but hey, I worked hard and I was able to do a back walkover. So find that joy. What is it that brings you joy? Retreat and then tap into that joy, because it's there. It doesn't go anywhere. Joy lives inside you too. You're connected to that as well. We get to choose, right? Live from the joy, and we can learn from joy or suffering. We've suffered enough, right? Let's learn from joy. Let's learn from joy and celebration like that. There's been enough examples of suffering in this world. We don't need to learn from suffering anymore. Maybe it served the purpose before. What purpose does it serve now except for keeping people down and in shame, and then being able to be controlled because they're ashamed of themselves, so they'll just listen and fall for anything because they don't trust themselves enough. We need people now to start trusting in themselves. Trust in yourself. Don't follow anything blindly. Check with your truth systems, right? With your own messages coming in, with your own joy. And if it's bringing you joy, that's a good thing for you, right? Brings you joy without hurting anybody else. I mean, we're always going to come across people that are going to be hurt no matter what you do. Some people just choose to take things personally, even when that doesn't have anything to do with them. Okay? So we're responsible for what we put out, but we're not responsible how somebody else takes that. That's their responsibility. Okay? Like if we slip up and say something, I've learned that too. I want to go apologize, and sometimes I've put too much on in my head that person isn't even thinking of that, right? They didn't even remember the incidents. So tap into that joy. And no, we don't need to, we're all perfectly imperfect, right? We need to cut ourselves some slack like we would for anybody else, right? We need to give ourselves that same consideration that we would give to anybody, right? Take care of ourselves the way we would take care of anybody else. We deserve our own love too, so don't just give it all away to everybody else. You got to give that to yourself too, because that's also a truth. When you love yourself, you know when somebody else is loving you too and not just taking advantage of you. Okay? Like I shared on that other one, that big blocker to love, thinking I'm not worthy of love. I'm only good in small doses, right? So I'll pull back. So then I don't have to feel ashamed that there was something wrong with me. I'll just pull back before you get that chance to find out that I'm not that lovable in you, right? Cut me off, right? I'll just see you in small doses, so then maybe you'll always love me, right? Whatever crazy stuff, the little start thinking, right? Tap into that joy. I had lots of beautiful moments, lots of beautiful people that love me. And I know that as an adult, that little felt a lot of shame. But as I tap more into that joy, because that's me naturally, joyful, goofy character. That's just me. That's how I like to be, right? I feel so far off. So then I'm healing that. We need to find that healing in ourselves. Okay, I don't have to answer that one. I'll finish this up because I'm really going over time. That healing, it's an inside job. All that healing's an inside job. So we're reflecting and we're healing that, right? That's the actions that we're taking and that loyalty. Who have we been loyal to, right? Because the dog will stay loyal even if that master beats it. So it's just like us children. We stay loyal to those ones that hurt us. And I was just talking with somebody that, even as a child, if a parent's abusing us, right, they tend to be nicer to those. We take out our anger and frustration on those ones we feel more unconditionally loved by, right? Does that make sense? Like, there was a girl that shared with me about the experience that she went through, and that she never spoke up because she was told, oh, go to jail, and people wouldn't understand that relationship, right? So they need to do stuff more to please that person that's abusive, so they tend to seem more loyal to that abuser. Well, because that abuser will hurt them if they're not showing that loyalty, if they're not doing what they're told. So the loyalty now needs to be to us and our healing, not to keeping that abuser secret or anything like that, okay? Because that can hurt us. And it's not about going and create, it's about releasing it in us so we can find that healing. It's not about, now I need to go press charges, I need to go all do this. So for some it might be, that might be part of your healing, is to actually stand up and go and, press charges if you need to. But then why do we do that, right? Why would we go do that and suscept ourselves to that? Because then we've got to prove, right? The innocent are innocent until proven guilty. But if you're the one that has been attacked, it's like you've got to prove you've been attacked. So it's not the same flop there. Takes me off on a different thing. There is a lot to heal in this world. And that's the action that we need to take. We all need to see that and be loyal to that healing. All of our inner children. So we stop being hurt people that hurt people. And we start being those hurt people that help people. Or healed people that help heal. Help people heal. Right? Let's be loyal to that healing in this world. Let's be loyal to that joy and that love and to being a messenger of truth, right? Taking that time to retreat for our healing and to find our joy and being loyal to learning from joy instead of all this misery and suffering. We get to choose. That's what that free will is all about. We get to choose. Live in love and light. Learn from joy. We've got enough suffering to look back on. We do not need to experience it ourselves. I've learned lots living vicariously through others that I don't have to do it all myself. That's a great way to do it too. And look at this, fell off on my lap. We got a totem in that. We'll have one quick look overall, and then I'll be signing off here. That woman medicine, we need to heal that woman medicine here on this earth. We need to balance out that female energy. It's gone way off. Maybe that's the way it was when we had the matriarchal. Maybe they got too carried away with the power. Then the patriarchal came in. So we need a mapatriarchal. A mapatriarchal society. It needs to be balanced. Not one more than the other. We need mother and father. We need male and female. Equally. Okay? Each doing their own parts according to their own talents. The truth, we find that within ourselves. And that's the usable energy. Right? Then we keep using that because... hey, it's balanced, right? Look at electricity. You need those currents. You need the male and female ends to get things going. Male and female, mother and father. There's the truth. We need both. And we need to get more in touch with this playful woman medicine, that receptive, that receiving, instead of this do, right? We need to take time and retreat and just be. Just be. Just be, beautiful beings. Love you so much. Biggest heart hugs ever. You have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do, because you know this world needs you. It's so much brighter with you in it. Thank you.